Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Themba Kevin Network. My name is Themba Kevin. Today I'm going to tell you guys how to stay productive for 24 hours in a day. For those who may or may not know, I am a civil engineering graduate. I have a 9 to 5. I run a business in consulting. I own and manage Airbnbs. I'm in the transport industry. I'm currently studying towards a master's degree. I work out. I am married. I have kids. So as you can imagine, my days are pretty demanding. So last year, 2022, was a pretty good year for me. I had a baby. I spent a lot of time with my family. I traveled around the world. I had a good time, partied with friends, and learned a lot of new skills. But the year could have been much better if only I had been more productive. So productivity for me is to get everything I plan to do done in the shortest possible amount of time so that I can free up space for the things I want to do, which is family, FIFA, and fun. So let me begin by explaining why I felt like 2022 was such an unproductive year for me. Firstly, I had a lot of bad habits which led to very poor time management. I would sit down to work for hours but would not see any meaningful results. I was often distracted by social media, other forms of media. I would play FIFA for hours. As you know, one game is never just one game. In summary, I would just do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it, and it would often end up with me, at the end of the day, beating myself up for not getting to something I really wanted to get to. But let's face it, being productive can be quite boring. But as I once read in a book, the only thing separating people that are disciplined and that are not is that those that are disciplined learn to deal with the boredom of doing the same thing every day and keep doing it. So to really unlock your power as a man, you need to learn to deal with your boredom and continue to do what you need to do. You need to find a way to stick to the same gym workouts even when they're no longer interesting. You need to find a way to stick to the same food even when it's no longer tasty. You need to find a way to keep sleeping with the same woman even when it might not be any longer exciting. And the key is you need to find a way. So what really created a transition for me was this book, Atomic Habits. All the YouTubers that I watch and follow have been raving about this book. And at first I didn't understand it. All I heard was make the small changes and you'll eventually change the world. So I was like, yo, I don't have that much time in the world and I really need to get things done now. But there were two transformative concepts in the book for me that really made me sit down, read more, and meditate on them to understand that I can truly change my life. And these were, to make the habits you want in your life to stick, you have to make them easier to do. And to stop the habits that you don't want in your life, you have to make them harder to do. Because what? I know I'm smart, I know I'm capable of doing a lot, but somehow I was not achieving the results. I do not have the systems in place. And this is because I thought on my own self-discipline, I could fight against the smartest people in the world that were investing infinite hours of time and millions of dollars into fighting for my attention through social media, streaming services, porn, PlayStation games that were all fighting for my attention. And I thought I could just stop myself from engaging in these things from my pure discipline. Well, I never stood a chance, but I did not understand it until I read this book. I did not even know about the 5-factor model that breaks down your personality. I did not even understand that I was predisposed to getting my attention drawn because I'm more extroverted, while other people look like they can just pay attention easier, implement discipline easier. And I didn't realize that this was even on a genetic level. But only when I read this book, I started understanding that without systems in place to achieve my goals, I stand no chance. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. What I also didn't understand is that all habits have a 4-stage feedback loop. It's the cue, the craving, the response, and the reward. So my cue was definitely stress. I'd try work long hours on difficult projects and I'd find them difficult at times and I would get stressed. And then my craving when I do get stressed was a distraction. I would crave a distraction from my work. So my response when I crave that distraction would be to pick up my phone, look at things, open social media, open Instagram, open whatever it is, and my reward would be forgetting about my work for even hours on end, watching videos on social media, on YouTube, watching stuff on Instagram, and sometimes watching naked girls that even lead to watching porn, which is the ultimate distraction and reward of dopamine. So basically, in understanding that the odds are firmly stacked against me, I've decided to fight back. For instance, using the rule that I should make the habits that I want to stop more difficult, I do stuff like leave my phone in the other room when I have to work. I only keep my Apple Watch with me just to get notifications and reduce the anxiety of feeling like something important might have happened and someone might need to get hold of me. But I can't access Instagram, I can't access Facebook, YouTube, all those things. Okay, I'm not on Facebook, but YouTube, Twitter, all those things. Even when I have to use my phone for communication on WhatsApp, I keep all my statuses muted, right? And when I used to live alone, the fact that my work area was so dirty and so cluttered used to stop me from working because I'd have to clean it first. Now that I live with my wife, we've also got a helper, which helps to keep the workspace clean. I get to be more productive because I just walk to my desk, start working. Also, to avoid getting bored when I work, I switch up workspaces a lot. I have about 4 workspaces in my home. I work while I'm seated, work while I'm standing, work in the kitchen with my back not supported, work on a comfortable chair. So I always switch it up. In avoiding these bad habits, I go as far as disconnecting my PlayStation just to avoid playing that one game thinking it's just going to be one game on a break. And we all know it's never one game. But I fully understand that in reaching peak productivity, running away from bad habits is simply not enough. I have to focus on building good habits. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That's how the saying goes. So the first step of achieving peak productivity is planning your day. And right now, I have like about 5 habit building apps on my phone. And the point of those apps is to set achievable goals that will not demotivate me, but also set goals that will hold me accountable. And that's the other side of technology. It can either distract you or you can use it to your advantage. But I also keep all these apps to hold me accountable and remind me throughout the day because I can't solely rely on myself to remember everything I have to do. So I'm going to run you through the apps quickly. I have an app called Habit Tracker. This app just keeps all my habits through the day. This is in very loose format. This is like stuff I want to achieve every weekday and stuff I want to achieve on the weekend. Starting with meditating in the morning, getting my head clear to tackle my goals, understanding my goals, get a workout in, get work done, pray at the end of the day to thank God that I made it to the end of the day. So it's very high level, but it gets the job done because it's like easy to achieve. Yet those things are the 20 that I need in my 80-20 rule for the day. My second habit building app, this is where I go more in depth in the stuff I need to do. So under my work task, I'll allocate like an hour to say work on a presentation and then put the sub points inside what I need to address in the presentation, give myself timers for all of those things. Move on to other work tasks, move on to my workout, move on to my dieting and all of that. And this is a time-based app that literally goes through my day with me, gives me reminders that I need to be done with this, I need to be starting this task. And the good thing about that is that when I finish a task early, I get back some time to either chill, scroll over social media, or if I'm still in form, I move the next task forward, get that done quickly, and get more time at the end of the day. What that does is that it gives you immediate reward for working hard, and it also punishes you when you don't work hard enough by having to schedule the same task for the next day, or having to cancel a task that was deemed important to attend to the same task, right? And going further into my apps, because gym is such an important thing to me right now, I also have an app for that. It's called Strong, where I schedule my workouts, record the time it takes, and try improve on that to get more time back, track my workouts, understand what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. And then the fourth side is my dieting app, which is called My Fitness Pal. It also tracks gym progress, and I use that to make sure I track my macros as far as I can. I eat the right stuff as far as I can. And with those 4 apps, I can sort of understand my day, get a clear vision of my day, and hold myself accountable, which is the most important thing when you're trying to build a habit. So this is exactly how I know I can stay productive 24 hours a day, because I've worked in everything from how I wake up to when I sleep, how much I should sleep, how much time I should spend with my family, to this productivity app. Let me know of your routines. If you like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, and wait for the next one.